Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Girls' Championship Final, the 2014 Milk Quad A High School Basketball Championships, powered by Chocolate Milk. At this time, we would like to welcome the teams competing in this championship. To begin with, let's welcome the home team on the scoreboard, the Sisler Spartans. And their opponents, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Vincent Massey Trojans. We would now ask everyone to please rise, remove their caps, and face the flag for the Singing of O Canada by Tiana Beaudry of Garden City Collegiate. Thank you, Tiana. The visitors on the scoreboard, the Vincent Massey Trojans, advanced to the finals by defeating the Oak Park Raiders and Glenlawn Lions. Now let's meet the Trojans team members. Number 3, Rihanna Nelson. Number 5, Kirsten Bigger. Number 7, Shelby Olson. Number 8, Amy Irvin. Number 9, Megan Mullins. Number 10, Kaylee Knutson. Number 13, Karina Sosnowski. And number 15, Katie Ivey. Starting lineup for your Vincent Massey Trojans. Number 1, Kennedy Wojtas. Number 2, Kendra Click McMahon. Number 4, Atusa Jalari. Number 11, Keelan Filowich. And number 14, Morgan Williams. Head coach for the Trojans, Stacy Hawash. Assistants coaches, Deanna Hebert, Stephanie Trimble, and manager, Helena Ziggy. Now let's introduce the home team, your Sisler Spartans, who advanced to the finals by defeating Linden Christian Wings and Westwood Warriors. Number 2, Sierra Cabildo. Number 3, Shannon Moranin. Number 4, Jolianne Hertez. Number 5, Abby Arenas. Number 6, Angel Malapit. Number 9, Maureen Mendoza. Number 10, Christiane Layton. Number 11, Kia Giles. Number 12, Liana Serapio. Number 13, Janesse Cruz. Number 16, Tierra Cruz. Number 21, Susanna Namgang. Number 22, April Malapit. Number 23, Lauren DeLuna, and also Kiana Giles. Now your starting lineup for your Sisler Spartans. Number 7, Zerilyn Panessa. Number 8, Giselle Della Merced. Number 11, Kia Giles. Number 15, Centilla Bub. And number 34, Tierra Lixie. Head coach for your Spartans is Michael Tan. Assistant coaches, Rianne Rodillo, Carrie Kuzbit, and managers, Dana Gutierrez and Pauline Ordonez. The referees for tonight's game are Andy Russo, Jeff Mayo, and Evan Victoric. All right, folks, let's get the gym going for the start of this game.
There you have the starting lineups. We're almost ready for the tip-off. As you can see, Vincent Massey is in green, and we've got Sisler in the white with black and red. Gets a ball to Giles, misses that shot. Vincent Massey with the ball right now. Again, we talked about the size differential. You can see the size of the Vincent Massey players. We'll see if they can utilize that size compared to Sisler.
Well, you know, all they want to do is make sure their bigs can. It's a slow half-court game that they want to play. It's pretty methodical. Sisler, on the other hand, wants to get up and down the floor as quick as they can.
There we see the first basket by number 11. That was Keelan Filowich. That ball goes out of bounds. Sisler with the ball right now. We'll see if they can get something started here. It's an outside shot. It goes a little bit short, but it's kept alive by number 7. Penza, and there we see them driving again, and we get our first foul of the game called against number 1. That's Kennedy Wojtas. Their first shot is good at the line. That's Giselle Merced. And Della Merced is good on the second shot. We are all tied up at 2. Atusa Jellere with the ball. Again, Massey doing a good job of moving that ball around, taking a look. Filowich with the outside shot, and she drains it. So the big girl's got a good outside shot.
Not bad for a great 10th player. That's exactly what they want to do, though. They want to play that slow-down game, get into the half court. What Sisler's got to do, they got to score so they can put pressure on them. Pretty tough when you're not scoring. You can't put that pressure on anybody.
And there we saw a block shot there. And another shot by Massey, and drains it 6-2 with the early lead. Sisler with the ball right now. That's Penza. Gets it to Della Merced. Lixie. And we've got another foul being called against Massey. That'll put them to the line.
If you look at what Sisler wants to accomplish, they want to penetrate the glass. They want to get penetration pitch situations, but they cannot put any pressure on if they do not score. And Massey gets to walk the ball up the floor, and I think if Sisler Sisler's got to turn this game into a game that's fast and quick and lots of trapping, like you said in the opening. But so far, it's not there. But and this is okay for Vincent Massey.
So far, Sisler doing an outstanding job at the line, and we've talked on a number of broadcasts how games can be won at the line when that clock is not ticking down, so that can be very important, and also gives Sisler that opportunity when they're at the line. There's no one blocking their shots.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
And the first foul there called against number 11, that's Kia Giles.
You know, we could also have a problem tonight if you look at potential of fouls. I don't know what kind of depth that Coach Howish has. Michael Tan's not afraid to take some fouls. He plays normally 10 to 11 kids. So he's got lots of fouls to give. He's got an 18-man roster. So he's got some fouls that he can afford to take.
And 8-4 is our score. So good on both at the line. Zerlin Penza with the ball right now, one of the guards for Sisler. Dishes it out. Again, looking to drive all the time. Dish the ball out. We get an outside shot by Tierra Cruz. Ball goes out of bounds. Sisler ball.
That's a wonderful example of the penetrate and pitch game. Get into the gold mine area. I call the key the gold mine area. And then you've got shooters waiting at their spots. And they got a nice shot. Good look, but it just didn't drop.
Into the game right now is number 21. That's Susanna Namgun. Sisler doing a good job moving that ball around. That's a great open look. Massey comes down with the ball. Nice crossover there by Massey. That's number 4. That was Atusa. Ball goes out of bounds.
That was a good defensive possession for Sisler. They were able to, you know, create a turnover, put a little pressure on the basketball, and you get the ball back. Now, Sisler's got to get their style of game up and going here.
And a bit of pressure being put on by Massey. Yeah, and that outside shot just goes a little bit long for number 34. That's Tierra Lixie. She's getting some good looks.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're getting the looks they want. They got to just start dropping some shots.
Tierra Cruz gets it to Giles. Giles, it goes out of bounds and off her. And you'll notice that Sisler's actually playing without one of their top players, the #1 player in the province, and that is Kiana Giles, and that's her sister now wearing her number today. So that's going to be difficult for Sisler to be playing without one of their best players.
Oh yeah, I mean, I talked to Mike before the game. Mike used to play for me, and I just said, Mike, how can you let this happen? And he's not really worried. He thinks he's got enough depth that he's going to be fine in this game, and he knew going into this that was going to happen.
It's almost unfortunate she couldn't wait till after today's provincial final, because that's got to be, I think mentally that could even be difficult for your team to play without one of your, obviously, leaders and strengths of your team.
Well, you're undefeated for a reason. Yeah. She's a big part of it, and she's only in grade 10.
Here we get a steal by number 3, Rihanna Nelson. 10-4, the early lead.
This is definitely the start that Massey wanted, not what Sisler was looking for, but they hope that they can turn up the volume and make some easy back. They're missing some bunnies, as we used to call them, and that might be nerves.
Massey looking at, well, we almost had a steal there by Sisler, but I think we're going to get a jump ball. So possession goes to Sisler. 12-4 is our score. 5:21 left in this opening quarter of the girls' provincial game. So definitely a good start for Massey.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's Namgun with the ball. Another steal there. Massey doing a great job on defense. And Filowich. 6 foot, letting her presence be known on the court.
That's a pretty good transition basket for a big team.
It's an outside shot. Doesn't drop in for Sisler. 14-4 is our score. And looking to drive, she gets fouled on the play. I believe this foul is going to go against number 10, Christian Layton. Sorry, they ended up calling that against Tiara Alexi.
A good timeout for Michael at this point in time. Down 10. I think he's just got to get his troops settled. They're just out of sorts. The team that's running is Vincent Massey.
Yeah.
And that's not that wasn't what we thought would happen at the beginning of the game. But I guess, you know, if that's what you're going to give them, that's what they're going to take. So.
You can't lose sight of your checks. You have ball, right? You have two. If she's off the floor, find somebody. You have random. Now, their post, again, they pull, a post pops out. We don't have that. We missed that, like, double down, right? We're forgetting the game plan. We're not sticking to it. Jam post as they cut through. We're settling for shots down there, too. Attack the rim. You're beating your check. Attack the rim. Make the layup. Right? Let's make the layups. Let's go. Starts on 2. 1, 2.
Yeah. Can't hear her.
Sisler with the ball right now.
I can't hear anything.
Outside shot taken again by Sisler, not dropping in. Score 16-4. We've got 3:20 left. Hopefully we work through some kinks here on the broadcast. We're having a hard time hearing each other, so.
We're apologizing for our technical difficulties. I'm not having a fight with Missy, and I'm not ignoring her. I'm just struggling to hear her. That was their first made field goal of the game. Let's see if that jump starts them. There's a little bit of that Sisler pressure that we talked about, making Massey make difficult passes, and that's the key, right? Make him turn it over so we get the ball back and make plays.
Zerlin Penza gets the ball to Delamercet. And a steal there by Massey. Gillieri with the ball. 15-6 is our score. We have just 2:41 left in this opening quarter of the girls' championship game here at the University of Manitoba. And another turnover. Actually, Sisler keeps it alive. Giles with the ball. Almost poked away, kept alive, and we get an outside shot by Bub, Scintilla Bub. Again, good defense by Massey. Vincent Massey taking a look there. That's Click McMahon. Gets it inside to Williams. Massey keeping that ball alive. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. And we've got a foul being called on the play.
Well, it appears that, like we said earlier, Sisler's got some fouls to give, but if they're not going to shoot the ball better than they are right now, it's definitely a very long evening.
Massey moving the ball around, trying to get it inside to one of the taller, bigger players that has been most successful for them so far. Looking to drive is number 3, that's Nelson. Doesn't drop in, coming down with it is Sisler. Pressure being put on by the Trojans. And good quick play, good ball movement by the Spartans. Doing everything to climb back in this one.
Yeah, that looks a little bit more like Sisler basketball. Nice transition basket, give it to open players, get a layup.
Morgan Williams takes that shot, doesn't drop in. Again, pressure being put on by the Trojans. Sisler comes down with it, looking to fast break again. They get it to Giles. Great defense there by the Massey Trojans, but a foul being called, I believe, against Morgan Williams as she's on the floor. I couldn't tell if that was Morgan or if that was number 13, Sisnowski, because she was lying on the ground trying to make that defensive play. So Karina Sisnowski, that foul was called against. That's number 13. That's going to put Giles to the line right now, giving Sisler another opportunity to put some points on the board. Good on the first. 18-9. We have just over a minute left. And good on the second. So again, Sisler doing an outstanding job at the line.
Well, they're 6 for 6 so far. Thank goodness they're making them from the line, because they certainly haven't made many other shots. But you know what? They're down 8, and I think if you ask them if we can play this badly and be down this, this score, they'll take it.
Yep, we're certainly still in this one. We've got another foul called on the play. This one is going to go against Scintilla Bub. And that is going to put Vincent Massey to the line, shooting 2. Well, even the game's changed with the crowds, eh? Used to be a little quieter. Now you can hear the crowd really making a lot of noise while they're shooting at the line. And pressure being put on by Vincent Massey. Sisler doing a good job of getting that ball, but it's almost tipped away. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Giles looking to drive, dishes the ball out, but a foul is called on that play.
We're not in the penalty yet, and that's pretty good for Massey. Nobody's shooting bonus yet, so another turnover for Sisler, uncharacteristically.
Nice basket there by number 4, Tusa Gilieri, voted the number 6 player in the province. Giles looking to drive, she goes up, and she is good for 2. 20 seconds left. Massey team looking to get it inside to one of the big girls. They get it into Kulowicz. Takes the outside shot, doesn't drop in. Coming down with that ball is Pensa. And the shot doesn't drop in at the end there for Della Merced. Our score at the end of the first quarter is 21-12 in favor of Vincent Massey. So we saw the start that Massey came out with. They were coming out flying here, putting a lot of the pressure on, actually running the court probably a little bit better than Sisler at the start.
Well, it seems that the game plan for Massey, they kind of know every sequence that Sisler's looking for. They're jumping passing lanes, they're forcing turnovers, and the open looks, unfortunately right now, the open looks that Sisler are getting, they're just not dropping them. They may be 3, I think they've got 3 field goals in the game, maybe for about 10 or 12. And that's not going to win you a provincial championship.
No, and you know, sometimes that happens in the opening quarter. Things can very well change. We've always seen teams get very hot. Often teams start off hot and then go a little bit cold. So as long as they have a good shooting quarter or half, that's going to benefit them.
It's hard for people to get it inbounds too, okay? It's got to be full seal out front, okay? Yes? Okay, we're doing good, guys. Awesome. They're going to come back. They're going to hit shots. You know that.
Right now,
they're
our score
Sisler.
is 21.
They're not going to not make shots. But let's make them take outside
Massey,
shots.
but still, lots of
not
games
layups.
to play. We saw Sisler do a better job towards the latter part of that opening quarter.
Yeah. But I mean, you look at the shooting percentage. The stats were just given to us. 60% from the floor for Massey, 17% from the floor for Sisler. You're not winning when you shoot that poorly.
Right, and I mean, a big difference there with that shooting percentage is the fact that Massey has the opportunity to shoot from closer in a higher percentage shot in comparison to Sisler, who's doing a lot of outside shots, except for the ones that they put in from the line.
Yeah, I think what Michael would be really concerned with right now isn't so much that his team scored 12, but he gave up 21. I think that's bothering him, and I think that bothers his team a bit, and I think they're a better defensive team than they're showing.
Right, and that could be a little bit of nerves as well. Sisler with the ball right now. That's number 15, Scintilla Bub. Ball is stolen. Massey comes down with the ball, looking to drive. That's number 5. That's bigger. Doesn't drop in, and we see the players fighting over the ball. It's still loose, and I believe we're going to get a jump ball called. Alternating possession this time goes to the Trojans.
If I can use it, I think it's been a bit of a scrappy game so far. There's not a lot of flow. Massey at times had better flow, but Sisler is so out of sync right now and probably very uncharacteristic of the way they've played all year.
Nice dish out there by the Trojans. That was Gelieri with the outside shot. Sisler coming down with it. Giles with the ball, looking to drive, dishes the ball back out to Lixie. Lixie looking to drive again. Sisler trying to get the ball inside, penetrating, and then dishing the ball out, and we've got a foul called into play. This one going against Atusa Gelieri. Doesn't drop in for him. Massey comes down with the ball. Slowing things up again, trying to get it inside to one of the big players. That ball goes out of bounds off Giles. Still Massey ball. Gelieri gets the ball into Williams. Williams to Filowich. Nice open look, and drains it is Kirsten Bigger. Doesn't get bigger than that.
That was a nice controlled possession by Massey, and the result is a nice open look, and they're making their shots.
There we saw number 21, that's Namgum going up, but she got blocked on it, but Sisler comes down with that ball and puts it in for 2. 23-14 is her score. Good job by Williams to keep that ball alive for the Trojans. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. They get it to Bigger. She's looking to drive, gets it inside. And she drains it and is fouled on the play by Kia Giles. Into the game right now for the Trojans is Karina Sosnowski.
Nice dump in, a little late by Giles getting to the spot to draw a charge. So you get a conversion by Massey.
And they ended up calling that foul actually against Susanna Namgung. You can see from behind, so it wasn't actually Giles who had pretty good position, as you can see in that replay.
That's a pretty good hustle play by Massey there. Biggest girl, one of the biggest girls on the floor, runs the length of the court to get her hand on that pass on the dish to create an offensive possession for Sisler.
And Christian Layton is in the game right now for the Spartans. Lixie with the ball, looking to drive, dishes it out to Delamer's head. Again, that ball being turned over.
Massey's doing such a good job of anticipating every reverse pass and causing a lot of disruption to what Sisler's trying to do.
And that's Morgan Williams trying to keep that ball alive. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds. Sisler ball, 25-14, 7:26 left in the second quarter, the opening half of this girls' championship game. We've got Vincent Massey Trojans, ranked number 3 in the province, up against the number 1 undefeated Sisler Spartans. Great defense there by the Trojans. And again, another turnover. Cisnowski with the ball. Gets it to Click McMahon. Bigger moving the ball around, gets it into Williams again. Massey doing a good job of moving that ball around. 7 seconds left on this shot clock. We got an outside shot, and she drains it. Kendra Click McMahon for 3. Outside shot by number 7, and it drops in. Almost banked that one. Some good bounces there. That was Pensa. Right now that's Click McMahon. Gets it inside to Williams. The baseline shot goes a little bit long. Sisler comes down with the ball. Lixie with the shot, and it drops in. Only a 10-point lead right now, 28-18.
They're trying their best to get themselves back in this game, and it's they got to do it on the defensive end. They can't give up easy layups. They can't give up easy shots.
Oh, the 3!
That's not an easy shot. Don't get me wrong.
That was a 3 baseline shot. So just when Sisler does everything possible to get back into it, Massey drains another 3.
Yeah. I don't think you were going to write that up.
All right, thanks very much, guys. Of course, milk is the primary sponsor of this incredible event. So, of course, we do want to talk to the president of the Dairy Farmers Association of Manitoba, Henry Holtman. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Talk a little bit about why your group wants to sponsor something like this.
Well, we want to sponsor youth and their development, and we think milk is a big part of their development, building bones. And, of course, chocolate milk is the best refreshing drink there is after a sports activity.
What do you think of this atmosphere here in this place, and just what an experience for these kids?
Well, you know, you can hear the noise in the background and the excitement. They don't get it at home in the school, but really in the final, it's really, the excitement is here, and whoever wins is really, you know, it's an exciting time for all the kids.
It sure is an exciting time. We're going to get back to the action. Henry Holtman, thank you so much for making time for us. Missy, Greg, back to you.
That interview. Unfortunately, we couldn't hear the interview, so we can't really comment on it, but we're back to action here. Sisler with the ball. Malapip. There's a foul being called against Vincent Massey.
Right now, if you were to look at the score, you would think that Massey's the undefeated team in the province. And they're playing with such poise, and they're calm and cool. Defensively, I think they're doing a really good job anticipating all the passes and all the looks that Sisler wants.
And you certainly don't have the same open lanes when you've got that size where you just have, like, your arms are out there, and they're playing awesome defense. mind, these teams have played 4 times, and Sisler did win those games, but like you said, Massey is playing very poised right now. Filowich chasing that ball down, but can't keep it alive. So it's Sisler ball.
Yeah, that was like I said, when you look at the fast break opportunities, Massey's had the bulk of them this game in comparison. And it should be Sisler getting all the transition buckets, but they're not.
Sisler with the ball right now. That's Della Merced. She gets fouled on the play.
This is definitely Sisler's game when they can get into the key, use their speed to try and either draw a defender to kick or just take the automatic layup. So that was a good offensive possession for Sisler.
At the line right now is Giselle Della Merced. Sisler doing an outstanding job at the line, getting some points on the board and really keeping themselves mentally in this game right now. Things can certainly turn. Nelson gets the ball to Sisnowski, back to Sisnowski, she goes up. Good defense there by the Spartans. Ball, players fighting for this ball. Sisler comes down with it. Said with the ball looking to set up the offense for the Spartans. Penza looking to drive, dishes it out. And another steal by the Trojans. That's a Tusa Gelarieri. We've got a double dribble being called against the Trojans. Sisler ball.
They're getting the turnovers they want, but they've just got to start executing in the front court.
Unfortunately doesn't drop in. 31-19 is still our score. Just over 4 minutes left in the second quarter, the opening half of the girls' championship game. With the ball right now is a Tusa Gelarieri. Bigger takes a look, trying to get it inside to one of the twin towers for the Trojans. Outside shot by Sisnowski. Filowich comes down with the board. Again, size. She just reached over to get that rebound.
There's that size differential, and if you're going to be able to catch the ball high and shoot it high, it's going to be a tough game for you to play.
Nice drive there by Lixie. Sisnowski gets it outside to Williams. Williams just misses on that, but who is there but Filowich? Then it goes down again. This is the shot, but a Tusi Gelarieri comes down with the board, puts it up, and gets fouled.
Well, Massey, it's real simple. Even if they're not making shots, they're getting a ton of offensive rebounds. When you get 2 or 3 shot opportunities of possession, it makes for a very difficult game.
At the line right now is a Tusa Gelarieri. As we mentioned, she's ranked number 6 player in the province. One of her teammates, Keelan Filowich, is ranked the number 9 player on the province. We've got 2 players on the Sisler Spartans that were also ranked in the top 10. Of course, we've got Kiana Giles, number 1 player in the province, who unfortunately is not here tonight. And then we've also got Scintilla Bub, number 15, who is number 8 in the province. Outside shot doesn't drop in for the Spartans. And Tusa fighting for that ball. She keeps it alive for the Trojans. Looking to slow things down just a little bit. Filowich keeps the ball alive for the Trojans. Tusa, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. She's going to go up. And the ball goes out of bounds off the Sisler Spartans. 1 second. This is going to have to be a toss in and shoot right away.
Yeah, 1 second left on. That was a good defensive possession for Sisler. You know, put a little pressure on Massey, make them feel uncomfortable, and hopefully you can make some things happen before the end of the quarter.
And she gets a shot off. That was Williams with that shot, but it doesn't drop in. Spartans come down with the ball. Penza. Gets it to Lixie. Lixie looking to drive. Coming down with that is Gilieri. Steps out of bounds. Good pressure being put on by number 7. That's Penza. Got an offensive foul, and we've called against Namgun. Gilieri with the ball right now. And that ball was tipped away by Giles. Sisler coming down with the ball. Dishes it ahead to Bub. And that was Namgun that didn't get that basket in. 35-21. I'm looking at some of the phonetical spelling that they have for some of the players, and I'm looking at, I think you're actually pronouncing, it should be Panessa, but it looks like they spelt it Penza, so I apologize. We'll see if we can get that corrected. I'm sure it's Panessa. Still Sisler ball. They're going to inbound the ball at the baseline. So you get a chance to see the score, 35-21, 1:54 left. They get it inside to Bub. Takes the outside shot, it's short. Gilieri coming down with the ball, dishes it ahead. That's Nelson. Nelson looking to drive, slowing things a little bit. Cisnowski gets it back to Gilieri. She looks to drive and is called on the travel. And another steal there by the Trojans, but they couldn't drop it in. Sisler comes down with the ball. And we've got a foul being called against Rhiannon Nelson.
Sisler is really just so out of sorts, at whether it's the pressure of the final or the fact that, you know, one of their key players isn't here. It just hasn't been a great half, and Michael wants this to finish real fast so he can regroup with his troops.
Yeah. That was a nice drive by Lixie, but unfortunately she put it off a little bit hard off the backboard and then retaliates with what I would always consider a bit of an undisciplined foul.
Well, when you're that far away from the basket, it makes no sense. You have no read. That's a frustration foul. That's all that was. But they've got to get their rhythm back and make a couple of defensive stops. There's no 14-point play, but you know, keep it close, get into the half and regroup and see what you can do for the second half.
Well, that's exactly what Sisler has to do. I honestly, I can't imagine. This is already a tough enough game to play at the best of times. I can't imagine doing it without your leader.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot to ask for in a big game like this. Giles goes up and drains it.
Just had reconstructive ACL surgery, back on the court probably for the first time in a long time, but she certainly doesn't look like she's missed much.
No. Get it inside to Filowich. He's a little bit short on that one, but Massey keeps it alive. Sisler comes down with it in a steal again by Atusa. She tries to keep that ball alive. Sisler coming down with it. There's 15 seconds left in this opening half. Outside shot. Doesn't drop in. Atusa Gilieri comes down with the ball. 5 seconds left. They get it into Filowich. She takes a look, outside shot, and again doesn't drop in, but got a good look there. Our score at the end of the half is 35-23.
If Sisler's not getting their initial shot, it's one and done. They're not getting any second chances, so Michael's got to regroup big time going into the second half, or else they'll just keep running away with it.
This time, the Florida Athletic Conference believes to be organizing some sort of halftime show.
our score right now at the half is 35-23, so it's a 12-point lead in favor of Vincent Massey. Right now, we're going to go courtside where Al is waiting with the coach of Vincent Massey.
All right, thanks very much, guys. I'm here with Vincent Massey head coach Stacey Hawash. That's like a dream first half, eh?
Yeah, we've been looking at going inside because that's one of our strengths, and the kids have been doing their job and making some shots. I mean, at the end of the half, it wasn't so pretty, but hopefully we can keep going with the intensity.
At the start of the game, when I was talking with Missy and Greg, we really focused on your size difference here. You're really using that to your advantage right now.
Right now we are. The kids are looking inside and looking to give them the passes and then making cuts off that. So hopefully we can continue to do that in the second half.
What's your message going to be in the locker room?
Intensity, keep it going.
All right, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Stacey. I really appreciate it. And as could be imagined, Coach Michael Tan not wanting to do an interview right now, probably pretty frustrated with what's happened with his team, coming in as the heavy favorites and really down. We'll be back with second half action here from the Investors Group Athletics Center right after this.
Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2014 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Tire Stewardship Manitoba. Powered by Chocolate Milk. Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba.
Juno Fever is taking over our city, and Shaw TV is taking you behind the scenes of all the events that matter. With hourly updates, exclusive interviews, and late-night programming, Go Junos presents the very best of Canadian music and Winnipeg's hospitality. Follow us on Twitter at Shaw TV Winnipeg and find us on Facebook so you won't miss a thing. Go Junos, only on Shaw TV, Channel 9.
Morning, Timmy. Want to hear what I'm going to do to you today? First, you're going to give me your lunch money. Then, I'm going to find you at recess. And don't even think of playing soccer with us because you are such a loser.
Mom, I have something to tell you.
Wait, what are you doing?
There's this kid at school.
No one likes a kid who tells. No, don't. Wait, stop.
If you are being bullied at school, telling an adult is the best way to make it stop.
Only in Western Canada, the new Western Max. Weekly draws every Friday. Visit a local lottery retailer for more information.
I'd like to welcome our viewers back. We are here live at the University of Manitoba Investors Group Athletic Center, where we're featuring the number 3 ranked Vincent Massey Trojans up against the number 1 ranked Sisler Spartans. Our score right now is 35-23 in favor of Vincent Massey.
Well, when you look at the stats, Missy, there's no doubt. Massey seems to be getting 2 and 3 shots per possession. Sisler, it's one and done. And they're turning the ball over probably at a rate that they're not used to. And is it the pressure of the provincial finals that's getting to them tonight? I'm not sure. But when you look at the final totals for the half, Sisler's shooting a grand total of 24%. Massey cooled off a little bit there at 41, but they're shooting 28% from the 3-point line, whereas Sisler hasn't made a 3-point field goal yet. 0 for 4. So, I mean, the stats are pretty telling, and when you look at total turnovers, I mean, it's 17 turnovers. How do you turn the ball over 17 times? But you know, here's the blessing: they're down 12.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's something that happened in the semifinals as well. As you know, the teams, there was a lot of turnovers. I think there was like 30 something.
Yeah.
You know, even by individual teams. So that is a lot of turnovers. How you win a game like that, it does make it a lot more difficult. But as you mentioned, they're only down by 12. So Sisler doing everything to kind of keep themselves in this game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Michael talked about how poor they played in their semifinal, just giving the ball up and giving the ball up. And he says, we'll clean that up. Well, they haven't cleaned it up yet. It's still pretty loose out there, and Sisler just they're giving it away too easy. And like I said, on the offensive end, it's one and done. And let's give Massey some credit. They must be doing something right. And Coach Howish is not. This ain't her first rodeo, so she knows what she's doing. And hopefully Michael can turn it around. Sisler's got a heck of a team, and it'd be what a way to lose. You know, your unblemished record is in the provincial final if that's indeed what happens. But I expect Sisler to come out with a little bit more jam in the second half and really make it a game.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, they're only down by 12 here, and I don't think we talked about in the opening how Sisler can really run with the ball, and I think they are doing that. But what's surprising is how quick Vincent Massey is getting back on defense and making those stops. So we got to give them credit for you know, the bigger girls, the taller girls. They're really showing a lot of hustle, and it's working in their favor right now.
Oh, for sure. For a big team, they're doing one heck of a job getting up and down the floor. I didn't think they'd be able to stay with Sisler, but I mean, they're doing a marvelous job. So.
Okay, well, we're just going to throw down to Al, who's just waiting courtside.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We're endeavoring, if you will, to get Sisler head coach Michael Tan just to come out and talk about what has obviously been a very shocking first half here in the girls 4A provincial final. Like I said, we'll try and have Coach Tan for you. Right now, though, we're going to take this short break. Stay tuned. Lots more to come from the Investors Group Athletic Center.
Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2014 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Tire Stewardship Manitoba. Powered by Chocolate Milk. Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba.
We're going to take some decorative knobs and turn them into beautiful hooks. Step 1, you want to take a 1 inch by 4 inch by 20 inch board and you want to sand it.
But recently, the Canada Revenue Agency made an important improvement. Through your My Business account, you can submit questions to the Canada Revenue Agency about the interpretation of tax rules.
Switch, the community-created show that switches from this to that.
Levitt Machinery services all the brands they sell, anywhere in Western Canada. If you have big machines for moving stuff and they have a problem, Levitt can fix it. Need a lift? Stack it, reach it, lift it. Levitt.
Welcome back to the Investors Group Athletic Center and the Milk 4A Provincial High School Basketball Championships. Coach Michael Tan from the Sisler Spartans. I can't imagine what you had to say there in the locker room. What was your message?
Just got to stay calm and just weather the storm. We're allowing them to do whatever they want. We're not really bodying up anybody. We're not playing physical whatsoever. And then we're settling too much on the offensive end. As soon as we start playing our game, our brand, which has to be physical, tough on the ball defense, things will start to turn around. I mean, 20 minutes, we got to take care of the first 10. 12 points for us is nothing. Hopefully, we're ready to go in the second half.
Did nerves play into this at all, Coach? Because I remember talking to you before the tournament started, and coming in as a top seed, you were a little concerned about the pressure.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you can see it on the faces of the kids. I think the moment's a little bit too big for some of them, but it's just making sure that they remember that it's about 20 something of us that got us here. And we just got to start feeding off of each other's energy. Once we start doing that, we can start to relax and be calm. And once we get back into this game, I think the kids will start to show up. So,
all right, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's Coach Michael Tan from the Sisler Spartans. Let's get things back now to Missy and Greg as we get ready for the second half.
Thank you very much, Al. Once again, we're almost ready for the second half of the girls' championship game. We've already finished the first half. 35-23 is our score right now in favor of the Trojans, and we've talked a lot about how Vincent Massey has really come out strong, and their size right now is working in their favor.
Yeah, well, I mean, you look at the total rebounds that you've got. You got 26 rebounds to 15, or to 23, sorry. I mean, Sisler, believe it or not, is getting a lot of rebounds, but they're not getting many at the offensive end. They've got 8 at the offensive end compared to, well, sorry, 8 for Massey, but Massey seems to be converting theirs at the offensive end. So I think right now it's a flawless game plan by Coach Howish and Coach Tan. He sounded pretty confident that his girls can come back. And I guess when you're undefeated, I guess you can afford to be a little confident that your girls can make that adjustment.
Absolutely. Now we're seeing Massey getting a lot of the inside shots, utilizing their size, getting the ball into. They've got 2 players that are 6 feet, so they've got a huge height advantage, and that is working in favor of Massey. Sisler doing everything to kind of stay in this one, and they've climbed up a little bit. They've kept it, you know, reasonably close. We'll see what they can do in the second half.
No doubt.
And hopefully we're not the talk of the town here, because I'm sure it looks like we're dating right about now, because I'm leaning in so much just so I can hear you. So we do apologize, because we're having a very hard time hearing each other, and for us to even make this comment, we've got to be able to kind of hear each other. So there we see some of the stats.
Look at your field goal percentage, Missy. 15 of 37 for Massey, 8 of 33 for Sisler. That's just not going to cut it. And look at the steal department, 12 for Massey, only 1 for Sisler. Other than the turnovers by Massey, which are, you know, they're high, but total turnovers for Sisler. Usually those stats are reversed
right
when Sisler plays.
When you look at the steals, that tells a complete story right there.
And you would have thought it would have been Sisler with all the steals.
Yeah, absolutely, because they're the team that likes to pressure and likes to, you know, try and create a lot of those turnovers. But right now, it really has been Massey. Almost ready for the second half here, the girls' championship game. Right now we're going to go courtside where Al is waiting.
And Coach Michael Tan from Sisler confident that his team can come back from a 35-23 deficit. Well, we will find out very shortly. Second half action is coming up here at the Milk 4A Provincial High School Basketball Championships on Shaw TV. Stay with us.
Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2014 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Tire Stewardship Manitoba. Powered by Chocolate Milk. Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba.
Juno Fever is taking over our city, and Shaw TV is taking you behind the scenes of all the events that matter. With hourly updates, exclusive interviews, and late-night programming, Go Junos presents the very best of Canadian music and Winnipeg's hospitality. Follow us on Twitter at Shaw TV Winnipeg and find us on Facebook so you won't miss a thing. Go Junos, only on Shaw TV, Channel 9.
Morning, Timmy. Want to hear what I'm going to do to you today? First, you're going to give me your lunch money. Then, I'm going to find you at recess. And don't even think of playing soccer with us because you are such a loser.
Mom, I have something to tell you.
Wait, what are you doing?
There's this kid at school.
No one likes a kid who tells. No, wait, stop.
If you are being bullied at school, telling an adult is the best way to make it stop.
Only in Western Canada, the new Western Max. Weekly draws every Friday. Visit a local lottery retailer for more information.
I'd like to welcome back our viewers. We are ready for the start of the second half of the girls' championship game. Number 1 and number 3 are playing here tonight, the Vincent Massey Trojans, the Sisler Spartans. Right now we have Sisler with the ball. That's Lixie. Dylan Merced gets it to Giles. Giles looking to drive. Filowich is right there, and coming down with it is a Tusa. And a very quick basket, and showing the speed, that's Kennedy Wojtas. 37-23 is our score. Sisler again moving that ball around. Ball goes in and out, but coming down with it was number 8, that's Dylan Merced, but then Massey steals the ball. And there we almost had a steal by the Spartans. Williams goes up, doesn't drop in. She comes down with her own rebound. Atusa Gilleray. Gilleray comes down with the ball. Outside shot there by Filowich. So again, Keelan Filowich doing a great job for Massey. Sisler looking to set things up. Giles with the ball. Gets it to Lixie, looking to drive. She goes up and is fouled on the play.
We talked earlier that for Sisler, there were too many one and dones. Their first 2 possessions this quarter have been one and dones. Massey, on the other hand, gets down the court. They score a layup their first possession, and then they get about a 2 or 3 rebound opportunity to score their second bucket of the quarter. This is the tale of the game. Like, Michael's got to reverse this somehow. Sisler's got to reverse this somehow, or this lead's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger.
Absolutely. Good shooting there by Tierra Lixie. 39-25 is our score with the ball right now is Click McMahon. Pressure being put on by the Spartans. Massey doing a good job of moving that ball around. They get it inside to none other than Filowich. Misses on that one. Coming down with it was Williams, but the ball is still in there by the Spartans. Lixie gets it to Bub. Bub takes a look, looking to drive, tries to go in between the players. Coming down with it is the Trojans.
That's 3 one and dones. 3 one and dones so far. 3 possessions, 1 opportunity, and then it ends up in the other basket at the other end.
Yeah, and that was
Massey
Morgan
is playing a
Williams.
textbook game of basketball right now, really taking advantage of the mistakes that Sisler's making, and they're converting every opportunity. That's 4 one and dones. 4 possessions, 1 shot, nothing else.
Kirsten Bigger coming down with that rebound for the Trojans. Bigger with the ball right now, takes a look. Gets it inside to Williams. Williams to Filowich, doesn't drop in. Big board there by Lixie. That's an outside shot by Panessa. Again, I apologize for saying that name. We're going by some of the phonetical spelling that they had. Hopefully we're saying it right now. Trojans with the ball. That's Click McMahon. Outside shot, and it is short. And Williams trying to keep that ball alive. It's going to be Sisler ball. And we've got a timeout being called, I believe, by the Spartans. They trail right now 41-25, so it's a 16-point lead.
That's a good timeout for Michael. He's got to settle his troops down. I thought he'd have them settle down coming out of the half, but they're doing a lot. I counted 5 possessions in a row with one and dones.
Okay, defensively, guys, they're looking to attack. You can switch on that screen, okay? Don't let her keep coming. Let's switch on every screen. Okay, let's switch on every screen. Yes? A hard switch. Get out there, player on defense, right? Yes? Okay? We're good? Okay, keep going. Keep pushing the ball. Look inside. If it's not here on one side, reverse the ball. So our posts have room to move. Yes? And then that high guard, you can use the high post as a screen coming over top. Then you got the dive again, right? From the offside post, that short corner, you can dive in, right? Okay, here we go. Come on. Yes. Massey!
That was a pretty confident timeout by Coach Howish. It's just redirecting and re-encouraging what they've been doing all game offensively. And I mean, their game plan is flawless right now.
I'm glad you could hear it. All right, with the ball right now is Panessa. Panessa gets it inside to Lixie. Lixie looking to drive, dishes it out to Paredes. Gilieri gets it outside to Williams. Turnover. Coming down with that are the Spartans. That's Tierra Cruz. And Massey looking to keep that ball alive. We've got players scrambling all over the floor to try and get that ball. Alternating possession goes to the Spartans. Oh, sorry, it goes to the Trojans. We see Atusa Gilieri with the ball for the Trojans. Gets it inside to Williams. Sisnowski looking to drive. She goes up. Left hand doesn't go in for it. Coming down with that is number 10. That's Christian Layton. Lixie again unable to control that ball. Good defense again by the Trojans.
Yeah, I mean, they're not doing anything out of the ordinary, but they certainly are. They certainly are getting after it. And it's surprising the pressure they're putting on up court. You would think with a big team that you wouldn't want to do that, but you know what? They're taking seconds off the clock, making Sisler walk the ball up the floor and not run it up the floor. There's another easy basket in transition.
43-25. Just over 5 minutes left in the third quarter here. The girls' championship game. So far, it's been all Massey.
Oh, it's been an absolute clinic right now by Massey.
Panessa looking to drive, doesn't drop in. Again, players fighting all over the floor for the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds off the Trojans. I believe that went off Karina Sisnowski. So it's going to be Sisler ball.
I've got 6 one and done so far this quarter for Sisler. This should have been a one and done. A lot of scrambly play after the shot went up. But there's no flow. It just doesn't seem like Sisler's in sync right now. And it's probably frustrating the heck out of Coach Tan.
Vincent Massey ball. Bringing the ball up right now is Rihanna Nelson. Gets it back to Sisnowski. Nelson, the ball went out of bounds off the Sisler player, so it's still going to result in the Trojan ball.
Massey's doing something really good against pressure. They're keeping one of their bigs high and utilizing a screen action to free up their guard as they bring it up the floor. Takes a little bit of pressure off you. You're not got this girl right in your face the whole time up and down the floor. So they're doing a really good job of trying to let their players get their players free against pressure.
Inbounding the ball is Kendra Click McMahon. Gets it into Atusa Gilieri. Gilieri gets it back to Nelson. Outside shot doesn't drop in for Click McMahon. Sisler coming down with the ball. They're driving and they get fouled on the play. So this foul, I believe, goes to Click McMahon. Lixie with the ball, inbounds it to Panessa. Oh, and we got a foul being called. So we're seeing very tight defense by Vincent Massey, but they get called on the foul.
Well, if there's a saving grace for Sisler right now, just keep attacking Massey. Make them put bodies on you. Make them foul. But I mean, Massey doesn't exactly come off the bench with little people. They keep coming off with more bigs. So I think they're pretty deep in terms of their size as well.
Outside outside shot, and she drains it. That's Tierra Lixie. A much-needed basket by the Sisler Spartans.
I think that's only their first field goal of the quarter.
I think you're right. Again, good defense by the Spartans. Is it going to result in another turnover and a lot of pressure? Again, we're seeing players just diving for the ball. So possession arrow goes to the Spartans, so Sisler will take over that ball, so a turnover.
There's still a lot of fight in that dog. I'll tell you, Sisler right now, they're not quitting. And credit to Coach Tan. He's trying to find whatever combination. He's got girls coming off the bench almost every minute trying to find that secret combination. There's that penetration game that we were talking about. That was beautifully executed by Sisler. They just got to do more of that.
That's Della Merced with that basket. So 43-29 is our score. Last couple baskets going to the Spartans. And some great defense there by Giles, but it goes out of bounds. Trojan ball.
You're seeing a little bit of emotion right now. Sisler's getting a little bit of their emotional game going, and let's see if they can ride it. That big held ball where they were diving all over the floor, not quitting on it, might be their turning point.
Outside shot doesn't drop in for number 3 Nelson. Sisler coming down with the ball. Bub looking to drive in. Right there was number 8, Della Merced, but Massey comes down with the rebound. Again, a lot of pressure being put on by the Spartans. We're seeing them step up their game. Bigger gets the ball to Gilieri. Looks to drive, doesn't drop in, but right there is Williams. Keeping it alive is Filowich. That outside shot doesn't drop in. Sisler ball.
Right now, this pace kind of favors Sisler. It's kind of a frantic, frenetic pace, and Sisler is much better at this chaotic style than Massey is. And we're almost at bonus. There's no team fouls right now for Sisler, but this is the 4th team foul of the quarter for Massey. So, hey, Michael's trying to feed off that emotion right now to get his girls to they're that much closer. I think that's a good timeout right now by Coach Howish. Settle their troops down to see if they get regrouping for the stretch run of this quarter.
Focus on defense.
Yeah, we've seen momentum shift a little bit.
That's been our bread and
Working
butter.
in Sisler's favor.
Pick up. Now get a hand down on the crossover. Get a hand down on the crossover. Keep attacking. Go Lixie side. Go strong to the rim, bud. Okay? They know you're spinning, right? So if there's a double, Kia's open, right? Find Kia. Hey, we're now waking up. We're now waking up. Let's go. Let's go. Bars on 2, 1, 2.
Coach Tan's really trying to motivate the troops, and I thought it was a really good timeout on his part. Really calm, but at the end, let's go, girls. Let's go. Let's get this energy back up. And right now, I think the momentum is shifting a little bit, but how long can he hold on to that for? And that's what Coach Howish is trying to break right now.
Right. Well, we've seen Sisler take over a little bit of momentum here, doing a more solid job on defense, putting a lot of that pressure on.
Yeah.
That's something that we talked about in the opening. We'll see how Massey responds to that.
But we just saw it. Like it's taken us almost 24 minutes, 25 minutes to get to that point, Missy, and Sisler needed that a long time ago. Hopefully it's not too late. They're down 13.
Again, we're seeing a lot of pressure being put on by the Spartans. Gilieri gets the ball to Bigger. Bigger gets it inside to Williams. Bigger with the outside shot, goes long. Got Lixie with the ball, looking to slow things up a little bit. And drives, doesn't drop in, but coming down with it is Williams. Gets it to Bigger.
That wasn't a bad possession for Sisler. They got inside, they just didn't convert. Now they got to make a stop on the defensive end.
And the ball's not dropping in now for the Trojans with their outside shots. Giles. Giles is going to get called on the walk, the travel ball. Sisler fans not in favor of it, but the Trojan fans love it.
Again, Michael's not worried about that. He's pretty proud of his kids for fighting and clawing right now. Ooh, that was close. I don't know about that one, Missy, but the Sisler fans might have a point.
Yeah, and we saw Filowich kind of.
There's a lot of officials on that side of the floor, as you know.
Outside shot. Oh, and a foul! I didn't even see if the basket went in, but boy, did number 15, Scintilla Bob ever try and box her out. She knocked the shooter right to the floor.
That was just a little bit over aggressiveness, and I think she's trying to keep that momentum. Take a look at the replay. Yeah, that's a foul. You got to wait till the shooter comes down, and blocking out a three-point shooter is not what you want to do.
A nice steal there by Giles. So the ball's not dropping in right now for the Trojans.
The three-point shooter's not going to hurt you as a rebounder, so just, play solid. And now here we go with 1:32. We're at the line for Sisler with the clock stopped. This might give Michael's team a chance to get back in it.
Absolutely. On the first one, taking the second shot right away. And she's good on the second one. Again, some pressure being put on, and it resulted in another turnover by the Spartans. So Sisler really stepping up their defense, doing what we said they pretty much needed to do to kind of claw their way back into this game. To Williams again. We see Sisler just going after that ball, really stepping up their aggressiveness.
Well, they're doubling down. As soon as the post gets the ball, they're doubling down. And if you're a big player, keep the ball high. Nobody gets after it. You want to play down by your waist, everybody can play with you. So the Sisler kids are just dying for Massey to just give them the ball in those areas.
And there we just saw another turnover, this time by the Spartans. So the Trojans take over the ball, and there's a foul being called on the play. This foul goes against number 34, Tiara Lixie. That's her third foul. Back into the game is Kaylin Filowich, one of the big players for the Trojans at 6 feet. And there we see a shot being taken. I believe that was Gillieri, and she gets fouled on the play. This will put her to the line.
She's been a real dynamo for Massey tonight. She's been very solid at both ends of the floor, really controlling the pace in the offensive end, and playing a real tough, hard-nosed game right now.
Very solid guard for the Trojans. She misses on the first shot, showing why she was rated the number 6 player in the province. 5'6" guard, grade 12. And she makes the second one. Back into the game is Susanna Namgun.
A little pressure up court. A little pressure up court right now, Missy, because again, it's create a shot clock that's down under 20 every time you get in the half court. That makes you play a little quicker than maybe you want to.
Lixie driving, coming down with it while players are actually still fighting for the ball. That ball goes, actually we got a foul being called on the play.
And even from where we're sitting, that player took her 2 hands right to the back at 10. Just watch this. Watch the shove. There it is, 13. I think that's a pretty easy call when you're standing right next to him.
Right. So at the line right now is number 10. That's Christian Layton. we saw Filowich fighting for that ball, but couldn't really get control of it. It goes out of bounds off her, so it's Sisler ball. Damgun gets blocked on the play. Gilieri coming down with the ball. Again, pressure being put on by the Spartans, and we get a travel ball. So double teaming the ball handler.
Yeah. Well, that's the Sisler game, right? Get the guard with their head down, you know, slap a double team on them. Maybe you get that turnover, and they got fortunate. They got the turnover in that situation.
Leighton with the outside shot. Filowich gets the ball. Again, Massey looks a little bit out of control right now. Filowich looking to drive, goes up, and one of the first baskets in a while for the Trojans. 6 seconds left. We'll see if Sisler can get a shot off here. That's Lixie with the ball, takes the outside shot, does not drop in.
Sisler had it cut down to 13, and unfortunately they lost their way a little bit, and it's ballooned back up to 18.
Yeah, so our score right now, 49-31 at the end of the third. We are down to the last quarter, and we definitely saw a better effort by the Sisler Spartans.
Yeah, well, they're not quitting, and that's testament to Coach Tan and what he gets out of these girls all the time. They'll go over the wall, they'll go through walls for Michael, and I hope that they can have a better fourth quarter to get it back to a game that maybe, hey, get it to 5 minutes when you're under 10, and you never know what can happen.
Or a reversal, right? You see that? Yes? Because they're doubling our inside person before the ball barely gets there. Just fake it inside, and whoever's inside, hit the person here, reverse the ball, and then even if there's a short corner here, come over top of that screen, natural screen. Okay? Okay, good job, ladies. Nice push. She got it.
But know that double's coming, okay? Especially if you dribble and it's post, so it's in and then it's back out right away.
Yep.
There are high posts, you have to be ready to try.
Yeah, like in press break, guys, if you're bringing it up the sideline, they're looking to double you right here. So offside person could be high post coming here, right? Guard, meet the ball in here, right? Coming across. If there's a post down here, make sure you're stepping short corner, right? And then back to ball. Yes? Okay, relax. Okay, keep going, ladies. 10 more minutes. Every 10 minutes we've done. Okay, keep going. 10 more minutes. Focus and go. Focus and go. Let's go. Defense first, right? Defense first. Here we go.
Well, welcome back. We're ready for the final quarter of this girls' championship game. 49-31 is our score in favor of the Vincent Massey Trojans. Number 3 beating the lead and pretty much in control most of the game.
Yeah, and if I'm Michael, it's one possession at a time. You can't get any more than 2 points or possibly 3, but they've got to play real sound basketball. Right now, they're still out of sync. 34 is trying to do way too much on her own, and they got to rely on each other to try and chip away at this lead.
And again, they're driving high. They're going to have to. They're putting the ball up pretty hard off the backboard, and they're only getting that one opportunity. And a lot of they're driving in amongst the trees there.
Yeah, and it's one and done again. It's one shot.
So if you're not draining it,
no.
The other team's coming down with it, and there we saw the Trojans coming down with the ball. The foul was called against the Spartans. That one went against number 7. That's Panessa. Trojans moving that ball around, going up. Was Nelson, doesn't drop in, coming down with it. Are the Spartans are looking to drive.
Now
we got a charge. And there we saw 3 Vincent Massey players pretty much in position, ready to kind of guard against that, and she still decided to drive in. So one player against three, that usually doesn't work.
Well, 3 possessions, and it's been an individual effort trying to go through multiple numbers of Massey players. It's just not working. Massey's closing the lanes off and making it very difficult for Sisler to get that penetration game going.
And there's a big basket and a three-point opportunity by the Trojans. That's Atusa Gilieri makes the basket, gets fouled on the play, and will go to the line. You can hear the crowd chanting MVP. She's had a great game, Atusa Gilieri.
Well, she's been the best player on the floor for both teams. There's no doubt. And I've been impressed with Filowich.
Yes.
I got to tell you, for a grade 10 student, she's playing a real solid team game and not going outside of what she can do.
And we get
She's
a
been
travel
tough.
being called against Layton. Again, solid defense. That was Filowich had slid into position there.
Yeah. So we talked about this start of the quarter. If I'm Coach 10, I want to get this under 10 if I can by the 5-minute mark. And with 24-second shot clock, you can do it. But it's one possession at a time. And they've got to concentrate as best they can, one possession at a time.
That ball knocked out of bounds by the Spartans. Still going to result in Trojan ball. 51-31 is our score right now, so it's now a 20-point lead. So we've only seen the one basket so far in the early part of this fourth quarter, but this is the final quarter of the girls' championship game. Going up there was Williams. The ball got blocked. Players again falling all over the place for it.
They do a great job. They double down, but they can't get the ball. It's just the way the ball's bouncing tonight. It bounces more towards Massey's way, and they're full merit for their lead right now. It's been surgeon-like. Like they're just cutting away and meticulously making real big shots when they have to, and Sisler just can't respond now.
I like that.
Surgeon-like. You can use it anytime.
Thank you.
I'm not the first to use it.
Very precise. And again, there's Sisler knocking that ball away, but players diving for that ball. Sisler comes up with it, but pressure being put on by the Trojans. But it results in a foul being called, I believe, against Gilieri.
I don't know if that's a necessary foul. I really don't. Like you're almost 90 feet from the bucket. They can't score from their end. So, you know, that's her third foul. Getting her off the floor is a big deal for Sisler right now.
That was Panessa with the ball. They're looking to drive right now.
What a nice
basket there by Della Merced. Click McMahon with the ball, gets it out to Williams. Bigger. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Can Williams get it up on time? Goes off the backboard, off the rim. Sisler ball. 7:38 left. Lixie driving, and a block is called this time against Kaylin Filowich. It's too bad she moved because she actually had position, but she leaned into that shot and got called on the foul. Then we get a look at Tierra Lixie. She's at the line right now for the Spartans. It is now Vincent Massey ball. Pressure being put on by the Spartans. That ball went out of bounds off the Trojans, so a turnover Exalted Sisler ball. 7:16 left, 51-35 is our score. A little bit of pressure being put on by the Trojans.
This is a big possession. You're down 16. Cut it to 14, and we said get it under 10 with 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Another foul. No, out of bounds. Sorry.
And we're back.
We're back.
I can hear you. We're gonna have to lean in.
Oh.
That is Click McMahon with the ball. Gets it inside to Nelson. Again, pressure being put on by the Spartans players, just falling all over the place. But a foul is going to be called, I believe, against Zerilyn Canessa.
That wasn't a necessary foul. But the girl was on the ground. She put her hands on her back. It's like, I don't know how that girl, if the girl gets up, it's a travel ball. So I would have just let her stay there.
Nelson with the ball. Taking a look, she gets it to Click McMahon. Again, pressure being put on, but they get inside to Filowich, who makes no mistake and drains the basket.
Size is a wonderful thing in the game of basketball. In the game of basketball. Yeah. You have the vertically challenged.
Leighton looking to drive, dishes it out to Giles. A little strong on that baseline shot. Nelson with the ball. Gets it to Click McMahon. Takes a look inside to Filowich. Gets it out to Sosnowski. Doesn't drop in.
But that was a really good possession. Inside, outside movement. Inside, outside movement. And they got a shot that they wanted. It just didn't drop.
That was Lixie with the basket. Again, pressure being put on. And that ball goes out of bounds off Sosnowski. Like she took her eyes off the ball a little bit when that pass came.
A big difference when Gellieri's off the floor.
Absolutely.
Huge difference from a ball possession standpoint.
Yeah.
If I'm Massey. So this is the time to make hay if I'm Sisler.
But it makes a difference when you don't have your floor general on the floor. So Vincent Massey ball, 53-37. We got a sub into the game. Kaylee Knutson. Get the ball inside to Nelson. Good movement there by the Trojans. Double teaming the ball handler. Going up right now, but doesn't drop in as Nelson, but she comes down with the board. Ball is kept alive by the Trojans. Outside shot and drains the three was Morgan Williams.
Shots like that are the daggers.
I was going to say that. That's exactly what I was going to say, a dagger shot.
And Sisler's coming down and everything's whoever's got the ball in half court seems to be the one taking the shot.
Yep. Giles steals that ball, rips it right out of the player's hand. Oh, and we saw Lixie miss that shot. Looked like Giles might have gotten hurt on that play. She might have a cramp. We've got a foul being called on the play.
Sisler did a wonderful job sort of changing momentum in the third quarter, but the momentum right now, it's all Massey, it's all Green. Sisler, it's like I said before, if I have the ball in the half court, I'm taking it to the rim and there's no support. It's 1 against 4, 1 against 3, and they can't believe the shots aren't going in or they're not getting a break, but they're certainly not doing it together.
We're settling for them to catch the ball. Instead of trying to deny, we're allowing them to catch the ball, right? That's what we're doing. We're just allowing them to catch the ball. We're not denying. Your check cuts you, you jog over to try to get, right? You jog over instead of trying to sprint in front of her to get the steal. It's 4 minutes. It's still doable, but you've got to be perfect. How do you be perfect? You got to go. You got to attack. But again, I can't coach that effort. If it's not in you, if you're already done because they're too loud, then it's going to keep ticking down. You got to go. Spawns on 2. 1, 2.
Massey, be strong. Be strong on the ball. Let's go. Come on. Massey. Come on.
Well, we've got Vincent Massey at the line right now. Shooting is Knutson. Makes no mistake on that first one. We're back up to a 20-point lead, 57-37. Under 5 minutes.
This is huge for Massey. It's a 20-point lead, and their best player is sitting on the sideline, and they've extended it to 21 with her on the bench. So I don't think Coach Howish is in any rush to get that player back on. And every lane that Sisler's trying to get through is being closed off by two Massey jerseys. Look at them collapse.
Oh, I know.
The collapsing is unbelievable right now.
Oh, and then we saw an outside shot by Tiara Cruz. But you're right, they are collapsing and they're covering so much court with the size that they have. It's definitely posing some difficulty for an open look for the Spartans. And Bigger with the shot. Baseline, makes no mistake, 60-39, 4:11 left in this girls' championship game. It's really been all Vincent Massey.
Yeah, there really hasn't been any. There might have been a 1 minute, 2 minute stretch where Sisler was pretty tough. There's that penetration. That's what they've been looking for all night. But that resulted on a couple of passes, swing the ball side to side, and then lanes open up. But when I catch the ball in a wing and I attack and nothing's there, it's a pretty frustrating night for them.
Absolutely.
But credit to Massey. They've been dictating the pace, and that's it for Bub. That's her 5th foul.
Malapit got that last basket for the Spartans. We've got a foul being called on the play, and that's going to put, once again, Kylie Knutson to the line. So fouling out of the game is Scintilla Bub. And Bub was ranked the number 8 player in the province. Knutson at the line. 3:39 left in the girls' game. Knutson good on the first. Sisler Spartans with the ball right now. 3.5 minutes left in this girls' championship game. It's an outside shot, just falls a little bit short for Lexi, but they come down with it, and putting the ball up is Cruz.
One of their rare offensive rebounds that results in a score.
A second opportunity, yes.
Yeah, but it came off a good basketball. Penetrate, pitch, get people moving on the floor. And
saw an outside shot by Nelson, doesn't drop in, but players still falling for it, and right in position was Knutson, but again, it doesn't drop in.
Look at how many
that
chances?
Was 4. I think that was 4 times in a row.
And a foul.
And a foul.
And a foul.
Players coming back into the game. Kendra Click McMahon is back on the floor. At the line right now is Knutson, who's really done an outstanding job here late in the game at the line. And she misses that one. That was probably the kiss of death. I apologize. Giles. And again, Cruz couldn't go anywhere. Lixie looking to drive. Gets it to Cruz. Cruz goes up. We're seeing some desperation shots. Giles just throwing that ball up. Cruz gets that. They probably had 3 opportunities there, but she gets fouled on the play. That'll put her to the line.
If there's a positive that we can draw from this for Michael and Sisler, they're still a fairly young team. A lot of his players and the players he's going to count on down the road are grade 11s. So
and even grade 10.
Yeah, I mean, it speaks to the future, but it's going to be painful tonight. No two ways about it.
And I the thing to also remember is they're going to be, probably back and competitive, but it's a fight just to make a provincial final. It's not that easy, and you can't take it for granted just because they're here right now. I mean, yeah, it works in their favor. They could be back. You hope they're back, but it's a long season and a lot of games before you get back here.
Well, we said at the beginning of the game how the bigs from Massey reacted in this game was going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Right now, the bigs from Massey are just so dominant. They're just having their way with Sisler. And the frustration of Sisler really shows in some of their decisions they're making at the offensive end. But sometimes you gotta learn how to lose to figure out how to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There we saw Filowich with another basket. And again, you can't underestimate when you're used to playing a certain position, when you're missing your top scorer, it makes a big difference. And we saw it even with the Trojans here when we saw Gillieri off. It changed things a little bit. So when you got your floor general, the person you kind of rely on, not there, it's got to hurt. Just changes everything.
And that's kind of the thing that's going to haunt the team. It's going to haunt Michael for a while. The old what if.
Oh, absolutely.
And I can still remember our last provincial championship when I was coaching at Daniel Mac.
Right.
And in the third quarter, we lost Irfan Nazajpour, one of the best players in the country at that time. And we were really in control of the game, and suddenly he's off the court, and we end up losing by 3, and we had a chance to tie it at the buzzer without Irfan. But I've sat back and said, what if? a few times.
Sure. And he's there.
Yeah.
You know, you can't control the injuries.
Yeah.
But this, I mean, definitely has to hurt. It's a long season. You coach all season to get to this point, and I would be thoroughly frustrated with that decision. There's no question. Bigger with the ball. We are at 1.5 minutes. And that is Williams who took the shot, comes down with it. We've got a jump ball. Alternating possession is going to go to the Spartans. 68-45 is our score right now.
81 seconds left in the game, and this has been a clinic by Vincent Massey tonight. And congratulations to Coach Howish. And like I said before, this ain't her first rodeo. She's done this before, and she can coach the heck out of this game. So they're really deserving of this win.
Just over a minute left in this girls' championship game. Vincent Massey Trojans ranked number 3, looking to take the title here over the undefeated Sisler Spartans. Massey doing a good job of passing through. Taking that shot was Olsen, Shelby Olsen. Player steps out of bounds, going to result in Trojan ball. Less than a minute. And now into the game is Abby Arenas and also April Melipin.
Coach Tan is trying to get some players off the court. Onto the court, sorry.
At the line right now is number 21, that's Susanna Namgun. She is good on the first.
I had the distinct pleasure of working at Sisler last year, and I watched some of Michael's practices with his girls, and they work hard, and they work hard for him. So you know what? Don't hang your head, Sisler. Vincent Massey came with a great game plan, and unfortunately, it just wasn't your night. And sometimes as a coach, you wish your team loses at some point in the season.
Yeah. It puts a lot of pressure on a provincial championship game.
For sure.
40 seconds left in this game. We still have Sisler with the ball. They take the outside shot and drains it is Namgun. Gillieri with the ball right now for the Trojans, looking to take the ball up the court. Again, the floor general for them. We got a foul being called on the play. 29 seconds. This will put Atusa Gileari to the line for the Trojans.
She has been the cog for Massey tonight. She's been pretty solid and pretty tough.
And Gileari making no mistake on that first attempt at the line. And good on the second, 70-51. 19-point lead. Spartans with the ball right now, looking to drive, dishes it out. Outside shot there by Arenas. Spartans still with the ball, 12 seconds left. And good on the shot, I believe that was number 21, Susanna Namgun. We got a sub coming in now for the Trojans. Back into the game is Rihanna Nelson. She replaces Gileari, who had a most outstanding championship game here. 7 seconds left. Ball is knocked out of bounds. Still results in Trojan ball. We have 3 seconds left. Once they inbound the ball, I'm sure they'll just let the clock run down. And sure enough, they do. Vincent Massey takes this one 70-53, 17-point lead.
Oh, I was just going to say, in that mob was a Sisler player. I felt bad for her. All these people just stormed the court, and that poor little young lady from Sisler got caught in the middle. But full merit. That was a tremendous victory by Vincent Massey. Congratulations to Coach Howish and her Trojans for a tremendous win.
And a much closer fourth quarter. Massey only outscored him by really 3 points, 21-18 in that fourth quarter, but had already set up a substantial lead here. For those of you watching live, the boys game will be following with the game with the Calgary Hitmen. They're going to meet the Kootenay Ice in the first round of the playoffs, so tune in at 11 o'clock for the 4A Milk High School Provincial Boys Final. We'll be covering it, but they're going to be going to the hockey game first, and then tonight at 11 o'clock, you'll be able to see the boys championship game, which is going to feature the St. Paul Crusaders up against the Glenlawn Lions. So a new champion will be given there in the boys final. Our score again, 70-53 in favor of the Vincent Massey Trojans. Congratulations to both teams on a great championship game, and to the Massey Trojans for capturing this championship game. We're just going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2014 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Tire Stewardship Manitoba. Powered by Chocolate Milk. Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba.
Juno Fever is taking over our city, and Shaw TV is taking you behind the scenes of all the events that matter. With hourly updates, exclusive interviews, and late-night programming, Go Junos presents the very best of Canadian music and Winnipeg's hospitality. Follow us on Twitter at Shaw TV Winnipeg, and find us on Facebook so you won't miss a thing. Go Junos, only on Shaw TV Channel 9.
Morning, Timmy. Want to hear what I'm going to do to you today? First, you're going to give me your lunch money. Then, I'm going to find you at recess. And don't even think of playing soccer with us because you are such a loser.
Mom, I have something to tell you.
Wait, what are you doing?
There's this kid at school.
No one likes a kid who tells. No, don't. Wait, stop.
If you are being bullied at school, telling an adult is the best way to make it stop.
Only nationally in Western Canada. The new Western Max. Weekly draws every Friday. Visit a local lottery retailer for more information.
Well, we're almost ready for the awards presentation. All the hardware, the championship trophy, the MVP, Players' Choice Award, all your All-Stars, and of course the banners that are going to go to each of the schools on what was really a great final here. 70-53 is our score in favor of the Vincent Massey Trojans. So you can see the players lining up. We are almost ready for the awards presentation.
The awards presentation for the 2014 Quad A High School Basketball Championships. We'd like to congratulate both teams for an exciting performance tonight. We would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our major sponsor for the event, the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, along with our partners, MTS, Manitoba's Credit Unions, Wilson, Boston Pizza, Manitoba Hydro, Sport Manitoba, Play All Awards, and Subway. We would now like to welcome our awards presenters. First off, I'd like to welcome Henry Holton of the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Scott Kwasnitsa, MHSAA President, Jerry Melnick, MHSAA Board of Director, and Holly Kitchen. We would like to take this opportunity to recognize this year's Dairy Farmers of Manitoba Players' Choice Award as selected by the athletes participating in this year's Final Four. Congratulations to this year's Players' Choice Award as it goes to number 4, Tusa Jaleria of the Vincent Massey Trojans. The Manitoba High Schools Athletic Association would like to acknowledge this year's Championship All-Star team. This year's All-Stars, first off, from the Linden Christian Wings, number 10, Montana Kinzel. From the Oak Park Raiders, number 9, Jordan Tully. From the Sisler Spartans, number 34, Tiara Lixie. From the Vincent Massey Trojans, number 2, Kendra McMahon. And finally, also from the Vincent Massey Trojans, number 11, Carolyn Fairwich. We would now like to award the 2014 Milk Quad A High School Basketball Championships Most Valuable Player, whom additionally will be presented with the Holly Kitchen Award. This award is presented by Holly Kitchen, a former Oak Park student who played in this championship in 2004 and was MVP. Holly is now a financial advisor at Investors Group and wishes to give back to her sport by contributing $750 scholarships to the male and female Most Valuable Player. This year's Most Valuable Player from the Vincent Massey Trojans, number 4, Tusha Jilhari. Once the pictures are done, ladies, you can head back to your respective sides. Congratulations to all our All-Stars and MVP. Now can we please ask the captains of this finalist Sisler Spartans to come up and accept the MHSAA finalist banner. Now we would like to ask the following athletes to come up and please accept their finalist medallions. Number 2, Sierra Cabildo. Number 3, Shannon Moranin. Number 4, Julianne Hertes. Number 5, Abby Arenas. Number 6, Angel Malapit. Number 7, Zerilyn Panessa. Number 8, Giselle Della Merced. Number 9, Maureen Mendoza. Number 10, Christiane Layton. Number 11, Kia Giles. Number 2.
Outplayed in Game 1, the Calgary Hitmen had a loud response in Game 2. An unlikely offensive hero and top stars at their best, the Hitmen put the series back on even terms. The teams have arrived in Cranbrook, and the Kootenay Ice hope home ice advantage pays off in Game 3. The series lead on the line again. Hitmen and Ice next on Shaw.